Hello, foodies. Welcome back to my channel Tasty Treats by Nikki to the English series. So, our today's recipe is again a Ramzan series recipe, and the name of the recipe is cheesy chicken pockets. Very delicious and easy to make. So, let's start with the recipe. I have heated up this fry pan, adding in 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is heated, in goes half teaspoon of garlic, finely chopped. Next I'm adding in here ginger, half teaspoon, again finely chopped, and now I'm going to saute the garlic and ginger nicely until the raw smell of both of the ingredient is gone and they turn a little golden in color. So this will take you about 3 to 4 seconds. Once the ginger and garlic is done, we are going to add green chili. So I am adding in here 1.5 teaspoon of finely chopped green chilies, and again we are going to saute this. So here I have been sauteing green chili for again 3 to 4 seconds. Now once this is done, we are going to add in finely chopped onions. So here I am using 1 cup of finely chopped onions. We are going to cook or saute the onions until they turn transparent or translucent. We don't want them to turn golden or pinkish color right now because we have to cook it more ahead. So for now we are only going to cook the onions until they are transparent or translucent. So this is the perfect consistency of the onions that we want. They are transparent or translucent already here. Now we will be adding in the spice. So in goes our spices. The first one that I'm adding in here is cumin powder 1 tablespoon. Next goes in black pepper 1 teaspoon. Then goes in red chili powder 1 teaspoon, and now we are going to mix this all together and cook them for 2 to 3 seconds. So they are done. We have to add more spices here. So I'm adding in here chicken tikka masala 1.5 teaspoon. Next I'm adding in here chicken 65 masala 1.5 teaspoon again. So I'm going to mix them again together and just saute them for another 3 to 4 seconds. Next I'm adding in here Schezwan chutney, half tablespoon. So half tablespoon of Schezwan chutney goes in. Mix it all together nicely. So this is about to be done almost. Again we are going to add some more spices. In goes turmeric powder 1 teaspoon. Next goes in dark soya sauce 1.5 tablespoon. Then goes in chili sauce 1 tablespoon. This is red chili sauce basically. You can also add green chili sauce if you have. Like if you don't have red chili sauce but you have green chili sauce, you can add that as well. And you can adjust it according to your wish of having it how much spicy you want. Next I'm adding here 1 cup of boiled corns. I've boiled them adding water and a little salt. Next I'm going to add in the diced chicken. So here I have taken 250 grams of chicken and I have diced them into smaller cubes. Now we are going to mix this all nicely and we are going to cook this all until the chicken changes its color, like until the chicken starts to cook. Now once you see, like once you start cooking, the chicken will automatically start changing its color. So I've added here salt for taste. Look at that, the chicken has started to cook. It has started to become tender. Mix this all nicely and properly. So this is almost to be done. Now it is time to cover the chicken and we are going to cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes on medium flame, covering the chicken. So here I am going to cover the chicken and let it cook. Until the chicken is getting done, let's prepare the all-purpose flour dough for the pockets. So here I have taken 2 cups of all-purpose flour and I've added a little baking soda in it and some salt, and now I'm going to add a little oil to it. Oil gives a good texture to the flour. Mix it nicely and now we are going to knead the dough, adding water little by little. If you do not want to knead the dough with the help of a water, you can and you want your pockets to be more crispy and crunchy and flavorful, you can use milk instead of water to knead the dough. So now we are going to knead a soft and gooey dough, and here it is done, completed. Now I'm going to grease this dough with oil and I'm going to let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I've greased the dough with oil and now I'm going to cover it with a damp cloth. And then I will rest this dough for about 15 to 20 minutes. So till the time the dough is resting, let's do our preps and not waste time. So here I am making my baking tray ready for the pockets to go in. Greasing my tray with some oil. You can also use melted butter here instead of oil. I'm going to grease the pan and keep it aside. And I have already kept my OTG for preheating for 5 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius. And now I'm going to keep this aside. So now it's been 20 minutes since the dough was resting. The OTG has been preheated already. Now we are going to start making the pockets out of this. So just to secure my rolling plate, I am putting a cloth here and I am putting my rolling plate over it because my rolling plate tends to slip. So if you also face the same problem, you can use the same hack, or you can also use a wet tissue. Sprinkle some all-purpose flour and roll out the dough on it. Now we are going to activate the gluten of the dough here. So this is how you will activate the gluten of all-purpose flour, by stretching the dough. Now I'm rolling it out and I'm going to cut out pieces of it to make 4 balls or 5 balls, how much ever balls I get. So I have cut the balls here and I've got 4 balls. I'm going to make them balls and keep it aside. Maybe in another plate you can keep it, or you can keep it in the same container where you have kneaded the dough. I am going to keep it in the same container, same bowl where I have kneaded my dough. So these 4 pedas or balls are ready. Roll out the pedas nicely. Any shape will do. Do not go for a round shape or anything like that, because we are going to cut the sides of it, so we don't want a particular circle or a particular shape to this. But make sure that the dough that you are rolling out, it should not be too thick or too thin. The consistency or the thickness of the dough should be perfect, so that when you stuff your masala inside, the stuffing inside, your pockets should not tear or break. So we are going to roll out 2 different pedas or balls like this, chapatis like this, rotis like this. And to the one now we have done, we are going to add the stuffing in here. After adding the stuffing, we are going to add cheese on top of it. See, now if you don't have mozzarella, you can grate a cheese cube over it, completely fine. If you don't have cheese cubes and you have cheese slices available with you, so what you can do is, the square cheese slice that you get in the market, cut them into 4. Keep 1 slice before putting the stuffing. Keep the slice, then you put your stuffing, and then you apply little water and place the other rolled out roti or flat bread or whatever you call it on the top. Press it nicely to get that firm grip, and then cut the sides to give it a square shape. Take out the extra flour, the dough, and keep it aside. You're going to use it, we're not going to throw it, don't worry. So I am cutting it with the help of a pizza cutter. You can do it with a knife also. If you don't have that, this seems easy for me, so I am using a pizza cutter here. And then we are going to secure the sides with the help of a fork like this. And that's it, our pockets are ready. Remove it carefully so that it does not tears apart or it does not breaks. Remove it carefully and keep it on the baking tray nicely. The one that we have greased properly with the oil. So I had to pick up my rolling plate and then pick up the chicken pocket. It has got stuck on it. I did not wanted it to tear, and then arrange it on the baking tray. So I have completed all my pockets, and see, I have arranged them all on the baking tray like that. Now before we put it in the oven, we are going to grease it with oil. You can also grease them with melted butter, completely your choice. Grease them nicely. And then we are going to bake this for 10 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius. So our chicken cheese pockets are ready, nicely baked, and you can see the color on it, the texture. None of the pockets have broken or tore. See, if you don't want to bake them, you don't have an oven, you can definitely do one thing. Heat up oil in a kadhai and just deep fry them, and that also is a perfect idea to make it. Not necessary you have to bake only. You can also fry them in the oil. I'm just going to cut one pocket for you and show you how the filling inside looks like and how the pocket looks like. So here I'm going to again cut it with the help of my pizza cutter. You can use your knife to do this and just going to cut through. Look at that. Because we have baked it, it is nice and crunchy, but still it is soft and delicious from the inside. Look at that. Just look at the filling. The chicken is nice and visible, the corns are nice and visible, the cheese has melted nicely, and it looks delicious. So do try the recipe. Quickly go ahead and try the recipe. Also try it for your iftar, Ramdan iftar, and let me know in the comment section how did the recipe turned out for you when you tried it. Before going, do not forget to hit that like button and share the video as much as you can. Also, please do subscribe to the channel and join the cooking family of Tasty Treats. Just look at that juicy, nice chicken and the cheese on that. This is delicious. So quickly go and try the recipe and also try it for your iftar snacks. I hope you all loved the video. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.